All right, so we're gonna start with Cade. I'll start with Cade. Cade, you are currently in the rehabilitation program in jail. You have been captured as the Connergy killer, and I'm gonna say that you have been in the online game through the rehabilitation program for maybe a couple months or so, just enough for you to sort of like get into the swing of your character and et cetera, et cetera. And it is now time for your scheduled session with Dr. Janice Appledew. She's got sort of like that librarian look to her. She's a halfling, so it's kind of hard to tell really how old she is. She probably naturally looks a little bit younger for her age because she's a halfling, but you can tell just by the way that she behaves that she sort of acts in a very like maternal kind of way, certainly maternal to you. And you are going to, whenever you're taken over to the session, you still have are still cuffed with your handcuffs on.
In contrast to like being cuffed up, he's actually kind of like,
yeah,
excited and bushy and like, I gotta see Janice.
Nice. When you enter into Janice's office, Dr. Janice's office, you immediately smell the very, very familiar smell of apple cinnamon tea, which is something that she very much enjoys drinking. She immediately stands up out of respect for you. She already has like a tea kettle that she just finished pouring some tea.
Hey, Janice.
Hello, Cade.
Hi.
Good to see you.
I was playing the game and there was a flying ship and I can teleport and everyone thought I was really cool. It was so much fun.
Did you now?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds really exciting. Why don't you tell me all about it then? She says as she sits down and motions you to sit in the chair across from her.
Sit in.
Cade, would you like a spot of tea as well?
Yeah, I'd love some, thank you.
She'll, go over to the kettle and she'll pour you a cup, and she'll hand it to you, and it's got a very like inviting, like homey scent to it. She mixes a little bit of chamomile in it too, and just kind of helps calm you down. And so she'll say, "So tell me about your latest adventure."
Yeah. Like I said, there was a flying ship, and there was this guy who could do like illusions. He did like a magnifying glass, and there was ants. I killed a bunch of ants, and I teleported, and I like grabbed a beer, and I just looked so cool, Janice. It was so much fun, and I got a friend request.
You made a friend?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Kate, that's wonderful. That's such good news.
Yeah.
Tell me about your friend.
Well, it was the illusionist guy. He thought I was really cool, and so he wanted me to like protect him, and I said I would if he makes me look cooler. So it was so much fun. I had such a good time, Janice. It was so much fun.
Kate, that's so great to hear. I'm so proud that you're making friends.
Yeah.
How did it make you feel, saving people and protecting people and making friends?
I like it. I like that people, they think they look at me like I'm cool, They like me. I like that, I like being big. I like being strong. I like my armor. It's so cool. And being able to teleport. I love it.
I was actually curious, Kate. I was going to ask, where did the idea of making Chrono come from? What made you decide to create him the way that he is?
I don't know. I like that he's tall and he's like big, and I like that people follow him. I like how he's, strong and smart and confident, and I like how people revolve around him. I like that.
She smiles very, very brightly at you, and she's just beaming. You can tell that she's very genuinely proud of you. She's just not saying that just because. She, takes another sip of her tea, and then she's like swallows a little bit, and then she puts it down, and then she looks at you like right in the eye, and she says, "Kate, you and I, we've been having several sessions now for the last several months, and I've really enjoyed our conversations and really, really getting to know you. I was wondering, Cade, if you would be open for us to talk about some things that might be a little bit more uncomfortable, if that's okay.
Sure, yeah.
First of all, how are things going with Dr. Kemper?
Good.
Cade, you know you can be honest with me. Everything that we talk about stays in this room. I promise you I will not tell anyone how you really feel.
You promise?
Of course I promise. It's part of my job.
Is there like anyone else in the room? I'm like looking around.
There's nobody else in this room. So it's up to you to decide at this point in the relationship how much you trust her at this point. It's up to you. You've been seeing each other for a few months.
I don't like him. He's mean.
What does he do, or what does he say to you that's mean?
He doesn't want me to tell you. He doesn't want me to tell anyone.
I see. So, Cade, you know that one of the rules that I have here is that you can tell me whatever you're comfortable with. I try my hardest to be available to listen to anything that you want to say. And if there's anything that you specifically don't want to talk about, we don't have to talk about it. But I'd like you to believe that the reason why I ask you certain questions is because I do genuinely want to try to get to know you and to help you while you're here.
I believe you. I'm just scared what he'll do if he finds out.
Would it make you feel better to tell someone or to not tell someone?
I want to tell you. Can I whisper it to you?
Of course, dear. Of course. And she'll lean in.
He makes me do things online. I don't know why. But he makes me find him things or do things, and if I don't, he threatens me.
That doesn't... She sort of looks a little bit surprised by this, and she says, like, what kind of things does he ask you to look for? What kind of things does he ask you to do in the
All
game?
sorts of things. I don't get it, but he'll ask me to collect information. He'll ask me to find an item. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. But he doesn't like it when I don't.
That is really strange. So, tell me, Cade, is he asking you to do things that you don't specifically want to do?
I want to do them.
But he just seems really insistent that you do them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that in and of itself sounds strange, but as long as he's not asking you to do anything that you don't want to do, I don't think that I necessarily feel that... I feel like maybe we'll just keep an eye on it.
Okay.
I'm not going to say anything to anyone or do anything about this if you don't want me to. You have to give me permission to
The magician guy also like pulled a rabbit out of his hat, and he had like this dragon chase it, and there was like a fire sword. He breathed fire, Janice. He breathed fire.
That is impressive, she says. She notices, and you can probably tell that she's noticing that you're trying to change the subject a little bit. And she's going to sort of take that cue and say, Cade, we don't have to continue talking about Dr. Kemper. That wasn't really the big thing I wanted to ask you about, really.
Oh, okay.
I guess the biggest thing I wanted to ask about is, Cade, I've gotten a chance to know you within the last several months, but one specific thing that I never have asked you about, because I wasn't really sure if you were ready to talk about it, and if you're not ready to talk about it now, it's okay. But I was curious if you'd be able to share with me what happened to you at the orphanage.
I don't remember much about the orphanage. I know I was there. I know there's people there, but it kind of just like, it was just kind of like a flash. It kind of feels like it was just a moment in my life. Um, yeah,
And you lived in the orphanage for as far as you could remember?
yeah. I lived there for quite a few years, but it's like moments. Like I really liked V. V was nice.
Oh, V. Who was
Mm-hmm.
V?
V was my friend. I had a little bit of a crush on her.
Hmm.
Yeah, she had a cool tail. She was just really neat.
Have you kept in touch with V?
Mm-mm, I haven't. Who am I keeping in touch with in here?
Well, who knows,
No
Cade?
pen pals.
Who knows, Cade? You're still relatively young. You might have a chance to reconnect later on in life. Probably sooner than you think.
Well, that sounds fun.
Who else was? Did you make any other friends while you were in the orphanage?
There was one. Um, I don't think she liked me very much though, but I remember her being brave, but I don't remember her name. I remember very pretty golden scales.
You know, Cade, since you were kind enough to share something about your past, I thought it would be fair for me to share a little bit about myself from when I was younger as well.
Hmm,
Probably
sure.
around your age. So, I don't know if it was obvious, but my family, the Appledews, very fittingly, we own an apple orchard. My father owned that apple orchard, and
Is that
before
where you learned
him,
about apple tea?
it is actually where we learned about apple tea. We pride ourselves in our apple teas.
Very good.
Why, thank you, Cade. As I was saying, my father owned the orchard, and before him, his mother, and before her, her mother, and so on and so forth. I miss visiting that orchard. We grew a wide variety of apples: sour, crisp ones, sweet, mealy ones. And my mother, she made the best apple dumplings. Whenever me or my siblings had a bad day, she would make them for us. And the smell, it permeated all through the house. All the warm spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger. And every time I smelled that combination of spices, it teleports me back. It's like I just blink and I'm there. And I'm 4 years old again. My mother, she had this secret ingredient that she would use in her apple dumplings that made them extra special. And I'm sure she wrote it down somewhere, but she passed away before she could tell me her secret ingredient. My father didn't know what it was and didn't know if she kept anything written down somewhere, and I've spent my entire life trying to experiment and recreate her apple dumplings. Haven't figured it out yet, but I keep trying.
You'll do it.
I appreciate the vote of confidence. And fortunately, if I may say, I'd like to believe that my family and friends are able to reap the benefits of my experimentations with apple dumplings. Maybe one of these days I'll make some for you.
Yeah, please do. That sounds good.
So, that's a pleasant memory from my childhood, Cade. And I'm happy that you were able to give me a pleasant memory from your childhood, from your friends. Are you able to share some of the not so pleasant memories from your childhood? If you're ready.
I don't know. It just kind of, like I said, it kind of feels like a blur. I remember working in like a shop, and there was like a lot of jars. I don't, it's kind of like a vinegary smell. I remember wiping them down and putting them on shelves and whatnot. I remember like there was this brown food with gray sauce. I, I I actually don't know what it was, but I remember it being my favorite. I remember looking forward to it. Um, yeah, I just know that. Yeah, I remember this room where it was really like tight, like closed, very dark, very small. Even for I imagine I was a lot smaller then, but it was still really small even then. And I remember that was I remember not wanting to break those jars, and I think that room is why. Um, but yeah, just a lot of like blurry, just kind of a lot of moments, a lot of. It just kind of feels like most of my time there was just a snap.
I see. Kate, do you know what it means to repress one's memories?
No.
It means that maybe not necessarily intentionally, in fact, quite often it's unintentional. We block off certain parts of our memories as sort of like a safety or self-defense mechanism. I'm just trying to figure out if these lapses in your memories, because you said that it's your experience at the orphanage was very vague and limited. Is this because you purposely don't want to remember, or it's because you're afraid of what those memories are?
I don't know. I know that when I think about going back to the orphanage, I don't want to. I know that much.
Do you know if they treated you well or poorly at the orphanage?
I don't know. I mean, I'm here. I must have been okay.
She gives you like a smile side when Cade says, "I guess I'm okay." I think she's gonna go say something else, but at that point, there's a little bit of like a ding by her table, which means time's up. Well, I guess our session for today is over for now, Cade.
Can we have one tomorrow? If you could bring me the apple dumpling.
I'll see what I can do. Do you prefer your dumplings fried or boiled?
I don't know.
Or baked? Or baked?
Can I try all of them?
We'll see what we can do, Cade. We'll see what we can do.
Okay. Bye, Janice.
Goodbye, Cade. I look forward to our talk again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
She'll just smile and you'll leave and we'll end the scene there. Cool. See? Perfectly happy scene. Perfectly happy, wholesome scene.
Nothing wrong with
a lot of dark undertones, but we'll ignore
a lot of dark undertones.
Sympathy for a serial killer.
Forrest. All right, Forrest.
Yeah.
So, Forrest, this is the very recent past, and this is the moment where you finally reinvented yourself to become Forrest. You just got yourself emancipated because shortly after leaving the orphanage, we're going to leave the details of that, the orphanage. But you basically went from foster home to foster home for a while. None of them in particularly stuck. Until finally, you were old enough to become emancipated and illegally able to take care of yourself without having to be in the system. And you decide that you wanted to reconnect with your parents. The parents that supposedly disowned you at a very early age. Your parents agreed, and they said they would be more than happy to meet with you, and they offered to meet you at this bar called the Royal. Okay? Jack, you're going to be bartending the Royal, and you're going to see two individuals enter. They are both Dragonborn. One is a emerald-skinned Dragonborn that looks like that, and the other one is a orange bronze skin Dragonborn a little bit. You recognize them as Father Edwin Lumen and Maud Lumen. Father Edward Newman is one of the highest ranking members of the clergy here in Arcadia City. In fact, he is the head of the Confederacy of Cups,
okay, have I seen them before?
They've never come into the bar before.
Okay.
Well, how would you describe the Royal? Is it like a seedy bar? Is it a nicer bar?
It's on the fancier side of bars. Yeah, is
Okay.
the best way I could put it.
It's on the fancier side of bars. Okay, cool. So, but even then, as important as these two people are, I don't think you've ever seen them yourself personally at this bar, but you definitely know who they are, at least.
Okay.
When the two of them enter, you might overhear Father Edward Lumen telling to his wife, "I say, Maud, this establishment looks to be rather appropriate for people of our caliber. Perhaps we misunderestimated this side of town." "Yes, Edwin, yes, I do believe so, And so Father Edwin, he's got a monocle, and he goes over there and says, "You there, my good chap. Please, the finest drinks that you can offer myself and my wife."
Sure thing, sir. I'll be on my way. As I mix up like what is considered the most popular drinks amongst
Nice.
amongst fancy folks.
Yeah,
they
definitely-
have some very
Yeah.
particular tastes. Are they like at the bar at the counter or at the table near?
I would assume that your bar is probably cleaner than the other tables, so they would probably just sit like at the bar in front of you.
Yeah, so I will hand out these drinks. So here they are. I hope it's to your liking.
They look at the drinks and they'll say, "Oh, what did you say your name was, sir?" Maud says.
Oh, my name?
Yeah.
Oh, the name's Jack.
Jack. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Jack. Oh, what exactly are these drinks that you presented here? What do you common folk refer to them as?
I refer to these drinks as let's say things like drinks that the common customer here doesn't really enjoy. We keep them on occasions whenever there's a party of let's say more whenever rich people come around.
I see. Do these drinks have a name? Thank you, Joey.
We call them.
I think it would be
Wait,
fun.
I'll
Go ahead.
RP. Finding a name for this random drink that I have absolutely no name.
I kind of want you to call it the way what Joey called it. I think what Joey's
Okay,
named them is.
okay,
It's called.
fine. Let's go with what Joey said. So we call them humility.
Humility. Interesting name. Father Lumen leans in towards you and says, "So, Jack, sir, between you and me, I wanted to ask you, since you seem very well versed, you've been a bartender for a number of years, yes?"
A couple of years, yes.
I see. I guess I wanted to ask you, just purely for my own curiosity, is there actually a drink that's called the Porn Star?
Yeah, it's a drink that I reserve for my friends mostly because not everyone is has the taste buds for these kinds of drinks. They're very sugary and very
I see. It's sugary. What is it like other than sugary? What is it like? Why do they call it a porn star?
I don't know. Maybe at some point there was a porn star that drank this and said, "Hey, I want this to be called the job that I do." I have absolutely no idea.
She says, "Edwin, I believe we used to know a porn star." "Really? Really, Maud?" "Yes, I think Henrietta. I think her son was actually in that line of business." "Oh, I would never have thought. Do you know Henrietta's son, by any chance?" You probably have no idea if you know Henrietta's son.
No, excuse me, I don't.
Fascinating. Sorry, we're not very used to, learning about drinks like this. So thank you so much for educating me.
You're very welcome. It's not often we see your scaled folks around here. What's the occasion? And I don't. I mean, no offense, by the way. I mean that with no offense.
No offense taken, dear. We're here to see our daughter. And as she's saying that, that's when Forrest comes in, and I'm assuming you sort of change your appearance slightly, so you're not as recognizable, maybe, or no? Are you recognizable as their daughter or not?
Well, I imagine for whatever reason they needed to, they've given me up at a very young age.
Okay, so maybe they don't even know what you look like.
Yeah, they don't even know what I look like. But what Dragonborn walks into this establishment, you just kind of said.
Sure. Okay.
And Forrest is looking for two individuals who are together.
Yeah, the only Dragonborn in this establishment are the two that's right next to this gentleman, this bartender gentleman.
As coming in, locking eyes immediately, and just walking forward and sitting down next to them and hi.
Well, hello there. Can I help you? Father Edwin says.
Are you here to meet somebody?
Why, yes. Are you the messenger? Or the chauffeur?
I believe I'm the person you're looking for. I think so. I'm not sure.
I think I've got
Edwin?
a drink for that as I like go in the back and like make something. Up.
Yeah. Edwin, she says, touching her husband, I think that's Amarilla?
Amarillo, yeah. Well, that was my name. Yeah, I go by Forrest now.
Forrest? You changed your name? Why?
There are things about Amarillo I didn't like.
But Amarillo is such a beautiful name. It's a family name.
It is a beautiful name.
I come back with a drink that I put in front of you, and I say, "This one's for awkward reunions. It's quite bitter. Enjoy."
Thank you, sir.
I'm
Jack.
not old enough to drink. Well,
Oh, I couldn't
Thank
tell.
you,
Sorry,
I
as
guess.
I take the drink back and I sip it a little like, oh no, like this one. As I like just trash it out. I continue.
you have tea? I could use a glass of tea.
That's not usually what we serve, but yeah, I do have that in the back. Give me a sec as I go in the back with the coffee machine to make some tea.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Amarillo, I'm very confused. What exactly is the reason that you summoned us here? We haven't met you at all up to this point. What made you decide to reach out?
I was curious. I wanted to know where I came from. You know, I don't know. Maybe I thought like I could get to know you, and maybe I could know a little bit more of myself.
Well, we're very important people, Amarillo, Father Edwin says.
I heard of them.
You know who they are.
Okay.
You know who they are.
Yeah, I think I've heard of you guys before. I never connected the dots.
I see a little bit of a resemblance, Maud says.
Yeah. Scales.
So, tell me, Amarillo, what is it that you actually want from us? You want money? We are more than welcome to pay you a sum.
No, I was just wanting to get to know you.
Know us? Oh, well, I suppose that makes a lot of sense. Why wouldn't you want to know all about us? We're one of the two of the most important people in the city.
Well, on a little more of a personal level, you know, but I can understand if you don't want to. It's our first time.
If I may, Father Lumen says, I'm just going to be very honest with you, Amarillo. Maud and I, my wife and I, we never really thought of ourselves as becoming parents. Yes, Edwin and I, we never really consider ourselves to be the parenting type, and I don't believe that whatever you're looking for is something that we would be capable or equipped to provide.
No, I don't need parenting. I just I just wanted to know. It's been a question my entire life, and yes, I've had my grandfather there, but
As you say this, I just come in with the tea. I'm like, here's a blackberry green tea. Did I interrupt something? I'm sorry if this looks tense. I'll just as I walk away.
no, you didn't interrupt anything. I'm afraid. That's really what I was afraid of.
Well, Amarillo, if you want to know all about us, you can read my book. I wrote an autobiography just recently. You can learn all about the family that you come from. I believe that they just put it on audiobooks, dear. Oh, that's right. If you don't want to read, you can do the whole audiobooks thing as well. It'll probably be faster for you.
Is this a sponsored video?
Join Audible today for use code AngelArts and you'll get 15% off your first book. No, I actually do like reading. I mean, I don't have a lot of time for it anymore, and I don't really have, man, just a lot of anything. I love to read. Maybe I'll pick it up sometime. I just have to find time to get it done.
The Maud actually looks at her watch and she says, "Oh, that's right, time. Dear, do you remember? We need to leave very soon, otherwise we're going to be late to our next appointment." "Oh, that's right, Maud. Amarillo, it was nice to meet you. Like we said, if you need any money from us, I'm sure that we can come up with something. And if you want, you can send me your address and we can ship you the autobiography book or the audiobook if you'd like."
Sure. Yeah, no, it's nice to meet you too. I don't need you to do anything like that. But it was nice knowing you, I suppose.
They will smile at you and hand Jack a very hefty tip, a very nice hefty tip.
Thank you.
Maud will say, "It was nice meeting you as well, Amarillo. Well, duty calls. Ta-ta." And Father Edwin takes his monocle and they leave the bartender, leaving you and Jack very awkwardly right next to each other.
So you forgot this, and it's his wallet.
Oh, okay, sure. Oh, yes. Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Thank you so much, sir. Here, he pulls out another a $10 bill or something.
Yes.
And gives it to you just because you gave him his wallet, and then they'll leave. Leaving a very sad-looking Forrest right now.
Disappointed. Very disappointed.
I'll lay on my shoulder and go right next to Yellow and say, "So, were those your parents?"
They are airheads.
Oh,
Um,
that looked like a really intense reunion. Are you gonna be okay? Do you want another drink or something?
I shouldn't.
Okay, well, I'll leave you to it. When you're ready, you can. You know what? No, it's on me. Okay, just whatever. You don't have to pay for the tea.
Thank you. I don't know.
I just I hope you're gonna figure things out. Okay. I know I have absolutely nothing to do with it, but good luck.
I mean, bar, like, is that the best place? I don't know.
They seem to deem like it was the right place. I don't know. It's an odd choice. I won't lie.
I don't know. I just asked. I'm not good at this.
And I'm terrible at this, so that makes the two of us.
I'm terrible at meeting your parents for the first time.
Well, I can't even meet them in a proper state, so you're already one step ahead of me.
Oh, sorry for your loss, or are they still?
No, they're just weird. Is the best way I can put it.
Everybody's got something, don't they?
Yeah, that's a fact. All right, I've got some customers to serve.
Oh,
I'll leave you be.
yeah, I guess I don't know. Maybe this wasn't the right choice.
Well-
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, only you can figure it out. Take care. As I go like serve other customers that are currently in the establishment.
I'm gonna stand up and go to leave. Is there like any like stage or anything? Is this like an establishment where there's like a little?
If the Royal is as nice as Dan says it is, I would say so. Yeah.
Is there like a band playing right now?
No, there's a jukebox and
There's a jukebox.
yeah, that's how I pictured it.
Okay, there's a jukebox.
Jukebox.
Mostly like not hip hop and rap music, more like fancy jazz, piano stuff and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
But there is
Older-
no
older
stage, or
curves.
there is a stage, but it's not being used.
There's
you-
a stage, but it's not being used.
Okay. I'll turn back around after noticing the stage and approach again. Hey, sorry if I'm bothering you.
Oh, no
Um,
worries.
Do you have a stage over there, yeah?
Yeah, some bands make reservation or like comedian. Most of them are terrible. I'm gonna be honest. That comes in about like once or twice a week. They can make a reservation. Yeah.
Did you have any reservations anytime this week?
I have reservations for Saturday and Tuesday, if I'm not wrong. There's a solo guitarist coming this Saturday, and the guy on Tuesday. I receive a text. I just look at my phone. I'm like, and he just canceled it. Never mind.
Well, what if I'm actually musically talented. What if I could perform? I don't know typically what you guys do here, actually.
Well,
Just jazz?
yeah, usually fancy music, either jazz or like sometimes, like I said, people with guitars come in and they sing their hearts out. We're really open to any creative outlook, as long as it's not like metal, rap, hip hop, nothing too crazy. We try to keep it tamed because of the we have a certain reputation, a certain ambiance to keep.
All right.
Look, the reservation for Tuesday is already paid, and he knows he's not gonna get his money back. If you want to come this Tuesday, I can make some place for you.
Yeah. What time?
But before I give you the time, what kind of talents do you have?
I have a wide plethora of musical experience. I don't have a lot of instruments, though. That's the problem. What would you say, Hark? What instrument would I have access to Just any, or
What do you want to have access to? What would you like?
I think Forrest would have the violin.
Sure. That's fine. Sure.
What about a violin?
Oh,
I mean, I know that's not jazzy, but
no, but it has a calm. It's usually calm music that's being played, with violence. So if you wanna bring it, we can make the proper like preparation for the stage as was already planned, and yeah, I just need to let my superior know that you're gonna come in, and there shouldn't be any problem. The reservation's already paid, like I said.
cool. Yeah.
Can't wait for you to show up. I hope you're gonna impress the current customers that I am going to serve this Tuesday. It's usually a busy day, so don't be too stressed out. Just play your heart out, and
It's busy.
I hope you're gonna have fun.
I hope so too. Thank you for the opportunity. What's your name?
Name's Jack. How about you?
Forrest.
Forrest. All right. That's a really cute name.
Thank you. I chose it myself.
All right. I gotta go. So you
No,
take
that's
care of
fine.
yourself, all right? And I guess we'll be seeing each other this next Tuesday.
Will do.
Bye bye.
Bye. And this time they will go and they'll be happily walking home, despite the horrible parental meeting experience.
At least there was a positive side to all of this.
Yeah. Awesome job, you two. We are finally going to move on to our last scene. So this is with Gabe and Ave. So in the interest of time, what is happening here is, Gabe, you have been told by your boss that they are looking for some new candidates to do some voice acting for the game. Ave, you might have seen like an ad somewhere that's saying that they're looking for people who would like to try to get a job as a voice actor. And so, Gabe, you basically are initiating like the final rounds of the interviews for the candidates. And Ave is one of your last interviews.
So you're probably in the room first, bro. So just tell me what you're doing.
He's is it like inside with what kind of room would it be? Would it be like with windows, or maybe just like the inner complex of a complete building?
It'll probably be like one of those like offices with glass doors or glass walls around you, so that everyone's kind of seeing you. Kind of like this is the final test. So like you're kind of open. There is a window in the back that probably leads out to like the outside, so you can see like clouds and stuff.
Yeah, he's probably looking outside and just waiting until someone comes in.
So you hear flop, 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 flop of flip flop. Someone's walking around in flip flops, and you see a door open, and you see Gabe come in. He has like stubble. He has like a lab coat, but he's like wearing like mismatched like shorts, and he's wearing flip flops.
Nice.
The halo, and he goes, hello, Ave.
Mr. Stoll, right?
Yes, and he kind of sits down on this really like cushy chair.
Well, pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too. And he holds out his hand.
Gonna shake it.
So, tell me about yourself.
Well, you probably know what kind of race I am, so that's always an easy go-in, I think, for voice acting. But me myself, I thoroughly enjoy doing all kinds of stuff with my voice. It's the most precious gift that I have. So, yeah, I've only recently arrived in this wonderful city, enjoying greatly. So yeah, I'm just looking for something to, earn some cash, but also do the things I love in life.
Okay. Well, as you know, here at Inquisition Tech, the game that we mainly run has been running for a long time. And what we like to do is we like to have the same voice actors on queue. Helps us save time and money on getting guys gets the expansions out as quick as we can. But what we're looking for is someone who can give us the time, but give us the skill and range for these PCs.
All right. Well, if it's a voice that exists in this world, I can probably do it. So that's the range that you're probably looking for, no? As of time, well, you in the city, as I said, I have all the time you want.
Now, up to this point, all your other interviews, they've asked you to do something specific, and you've been pretty good. But I'm looking for a little bit more than just doing what we're telling you to do. So I want you to wow me.
Well, how about you set me a scene?
Okay, you're the villain.
All
You
right.
have you have the damsel in stress in one arm, and you're giving the hero an ultimatum. Go.
Right. You see, my friends, I have all the cards in hand now. You shall give me right now what I want. And if you don't, well, you know what will happen to your little girl.
You won't get away with this.
Well, you're fairly well known in these lands. But every hero has something of a kryptonite. And he pulls out a gun. And she is yours.
There you go, scene. Good job.
Thank you.
Really like it. The combination of very serious, but I can still feel the hint of campy that our players love. Like I said, we're working on something big. Last expansion went pretty well, but like I said, we need some new blood. Everyone's noticing our same voice actors.
Yeah. At some point, you start to notice that it ruins the immersion, right? Always the same voice.
Oh yeah.
Time for something new.
Well, and he kind of looks through his paperwork and he kind of goes, "And how old are you outside character? Just so I know."
14 years old, which is like adolescent for Pinky.
Okay. So, looking at this, is this your first kind of like voice acting job, or have you done other stuff?
Maybe some small things at a side. This would be his main first real job, yeah.
Okay. Well, lucky for you, I've been following you through this process. And I believe you got what it takes, kid. I know talent when I see it. So,
You have quite a good eye.
normally I don't say someone this on the first day of the final interview, but we got some spots open, and I get final say on this. So, you're in.
Thank you. that means so much to me. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Yeah. Thank you very, very much. And you see him beaming with joy.
Gabriel kind of smiles and then he goes, "Like I said, we're celebrating the expansion. Want to come down to meet some of the guys? Some of the other voice actors are there. So
Of course, of course.
everyone's kind of down there, so let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
He kind of comes down and just basically like a donut, like party that Gabriel himself paid for like the staff that works under him. And he's kind of introducing and goes, "Okay, guys, just hired today. Get done with the interview. Be nice to them."
He's just a little bit nervously, but there's still a hint of like confidence and no care in his attitude.
In the interest of tying everything together, so I'm gonna say you invited him to join you, like at like some sort of like celebratory thing. Can we just say that this celebration actually takes place at the Royal, and it actually takes place in the same night that Forrest is performing, so that at least the four of you are together, at least in the same room, in the same space. So Forrest is playing something with the violin, right? Dick and Jack, you're helping. There's these big corporate people like celebrate with drinks and stuff. So,
very busy.
Yeah.
So, like I said, he's introducing him to some of the people. I know, like, and they know that once, like, his people know that, like, Gabriel, like, if he hires someone quickly, that means he saw something. So he's introducing him to like a lot of like the writers and like because he brought like a lot of people. So he's mainly introducing him to like the writers of like each expansion and also the other voice actors, so that Abe can like talk back and forth with them, so that he can get a better feel.
All right. Yeah, he's gonna talk with every single one of them really open-heartedly, like they've already known each other for weeks or so. Just very trying to get to know everyone.
While you're chatting with them, for us, you're gonna take like a break. I don't know if you have a full set, but we'll take that you take a break for a moment. There might be TV that's just playing in the background during the break, and there's like a sports game or some sort that's being played, but then the sports game like gets interrupted. And the news says, we interrupt this program to bring you some breaking news. The Chronergy Killer, I repeat, the Chronergy Killer has just been captured. And they're going to basically show, I guess, footage of Cade basically, like, being escorted by cops, like, cuffed. I don't know how Cade looks. Does he look subdued? Is he, like, struggling? Or is he yelling and screaming? I don't know what he's doing.
He looks scraggly. He has a beard, but it's super patchy and like bad. He looks scruffy and pretty raggedy. Not struggling. It would be kind of subdued and just kind of looking at the floor, almost zoned out.
I let out a sigh of relief knowing that my father is safe.
Yeah. There's actually a cry from the bar. It says, "No! That was supposed to be me! He was supposed to go after me! It was a foolproof plan! Foolproof plan!"
Amazing.
I don't know if anyone reacts to that. This random man screaming, that should have been me.
Is he alright?
I turn around as I hear this. I'm like, yeah, it's just my dad. He does that sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Abe's gonna perk up as soon as you speak. And he's gonna walk towards Jack.
Yes.
I never forget a voice. Jack, right?
Yes? Who am I speaking to?
Abe. From the, Seymour magic show.
Oh my lord, that was a while ago.
He's just gonna grab you.
Well, the fates turned, haven't they? I never expected to see you again.
How have you been?
Well, a couple of years after after we met, I got a formation for bartending, and here I am. Well, that's pretty much it.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah, sure. We will just like walk away
No,
from like the crowd
yeah,
of
it's
people.
gonna be television, just a little bit out of sight. I,
Yeah.
s- I still have your drawing. It was really good.
I look down like with a very nostalgic like expression on my face, and I say, "Well, how's your brother?"
Well, wish I knew. Looking for him, actually.
Oh,
How's your family?
still quite distant. Yeah. I hope you'll find your brother. He seemed like a very he seemed like a great person. I hope he's doing well. I hope nothing bad happened.
Well, he's probably doing fine. It's just difficult to find him. I'll, I'll, I'll find him eventually. No worries.
I pray for you.
Just, it's just so nostalgic to see someone from a while ago. It's really
Yeah,
fun.
especially from such um especially from such an event that we experienced.
Yeah.
It was so surreal, the whole thing with the what did you say his name again was?
Seymour,
Oh
I
my
think it was.
it's crazy how you still remember that name. You have a great memory.
Well, he said it himself, so it's in my memory. That's how
Yeah,
it works.
that was very like you never forget about these kind of events, but you know I have a terrible memory, so I remember some of it, but I actually kind of forgot about you a little.
No worries.
You grew up so much, you changed so much. Hmm.
It goes quickly with our kind of folk.
Yeah.
I I wonder how he's doing. Seymour. We kind of ruined his show, didn't we?
Yeah. I hope he hasn't like fallen into any like depression or people bad mouthing him to the point where he
Oh,
broke. I really hope that this didn't come to pass. That would have been awful.
no. It's a bit bleak, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe we
Instantly
can
going to
find
depression, really?
yeah, maybe we can find out how he coped with the entire thing.
Yeah, I'd love to actually.
Maybe because of his depression he had to be on copium so that he wouldn't so that he wouldn't like fall deeper into the rabbit hole.
Hmm. I should probably try to find him online or something.
Yeah.
My curiosity is piqued.
Can I serve you anything, by the way?
Yeah, sure. What would you have?
Well, something with alcohol or something more like casual.
Sure.
Okay, well I've got some. I could make you some like vodka with. You like vodka, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a surprise for you. I won't tell you what it is, but
Mhm.
it's one of my favorite vodka mixes.
It's
And but
just to be certain, it's not a porn star, right?
no, it's not. You don't put
Right,
vodka in
because
those kind of drinks. No.
yeah,
So
I knew Thomas is
why did
really a fan of it.
why did this rumor about me only offering porn star came from? I don't know. Like wait,
Oh, I,
where could this rumor have come from? I wonder.
I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah,
Just the drink that my friend likes.
I hope we
Mhm.
can I hope we can find Seymour and like
Yeah.
and
As
ask him like for by ourselves like if he's how he's been doing, because you really have to wonder like what happened to this guy.
Yeah.
so, can I say that Forrest has been at the bar, probably watching the TV, almost terrified. And at the mention of Seymour, kind of snaps out of it a little bit, turns back and looks to you all.
Seymour.
Seymour, you know the old guy that works at the community center?
He works at a community center now.
Yeah.
Me and Abe over here. We
He runs the place actually, if I remember
Oh,
correctly.
So me and Abe right here. We had prior experience when we're like I think it was like 6 or 7 years ago, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Um,
yeah, something like that.
we had some. He was showcased as a mentalist in a magic show, and we both attended the same show.
Well, he's really good at putting people to sleep. I'm not sure about anything else, but
No, you.
um,
This guy
Yeah.
is really really good. He just put us in some sort of trance.
So
And
what
Jack
does
there
he
was
do at the community
drawing.
center?
It's crazy.
he runs the place. That's I don't know the specifics. I know he lets me and my band play there, or our orchestra.
Okay, well,
Um,
maybe we could visit him at some point and like ask him how he's been all these years.
because Seymour does still work at the community center.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the information because we were just talking about how we wanna see how he's doing. So well, now we've got a lead.
So
Thanks.
He's okay. I know he's got stuff going on. I don't know the specifics. But yeah, I could probably arrange a meeting or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, who should I tell him wants to see him?
Would he remember?
How do we announce ourselves?
I don't know. It was just say Jack and Eve.
Yeah, let's just go
Pornstar
for
and voice actor.
Yes.
Pornstar and voice actor. All right.
Sure.
and as it kind of going, I kind of go sharpshooter.
It's just a turn and look and genuinely confused before immediately recognizing the halo and being like, "Oh, you're the Angel Man."
Well, kind of half angel, but yes. Hey, it's been a while, sharpshooter.
I'm no sharpshooter.
Hey, it was an impressive shot on my from what I saw.
That was you, remember?
Yes, it was.
Oh man. Wait. I'll turn back to Jack. That's the guy that you two. You're on for tonight. I'm performing. That is a really weird coincidence. Because you're here for like a game or something.
Oh, we're celebrating the expansion. We work on Vita. We're the guys that work on that.
Oh, well, I mean, I heard a little bit talking around. I was kind of focused on my music, though.
Oh, good.
What is Vita about in voice acting?
He goes, well, have you ever heard of the VR technology?
Well, I've heard of it. I'm not really in any financial position to purchase any of that.
I mean, it's basically a game that's been going on for 20 years. I put it's also life than that in this thing. So, 20
I'm kind
years
of living
strong.
more of paycheck to paycheck and then some, like.
I can help. I can if you want to at least get a base model, I can help you get one.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
No. It's all good. It's all good. So basically, he just goes to his wallet and he's just like, "Here, buy it. This is as much as a game with the expansion stuff. Try it."
Oh, okay.
It's not filled with microtransaction, like predatory microtransaction, I hope.
Oh, no.
Okay.
We're not that game.
Okay. Just making
Yes.
sure.
Just thinking here, Mr. Stoll.
Well, I'm in charge in this.
When you hand him that wad of cash, Jethro Miller, Jack's dad, sort of peers over your shoulder. Ooh.
Dad, I know what you're thinking.
He's like,
Nope.
he's trying to tell you to like give him a drink.
Okay, sure. Guys, I'll be right back as I go to like give my father a drink.
So Abe's
Oh,
gonna.
whilst I'm back, do you guys want anything?
Yeah.
Just water
Okay.
is fine.
Okay, I'll bring water, some like disgusting drink for my father, and I do believe I had some like kind of like vodka mix that I wanted to do.
Yeah,
So
the
I'll just
vodka
head
special?
back. Yeah, I'll just go back to the bar and make this right away.
Mhm. All right. So, Mr. Stoll, I was thinking, what's your name, by the way? And he's pointing towards Forrest.
Oh, I'm. Pardon me, rude of me. I'm Forrest.
Forrest, right? You
And
were,
you?
Ave, you were playing the violin, right?
Yeah.
Maybe if the game needs some extra background music. He has talent, you know. I've heard a lot of violins in my time, so that was really good.
That's true, and I can't forget your first performance. I was there. I never forget something like that.
Oh dear. Well, thank you for the compliments. I don't really think I'm that good, but oh wow. Thanks. I'll consider the offer.
He takes out and is as like disheveled as like weirdly he looked. He does carry a professional business card in like one of his like pockets, so he's like, "Here you go," and it probably has like what would be like my like status because I'm pretty sure up there, Hark.
like what your position is.
Yeah,
I mean, you definitely are at least a lead programmer,
yeah,
or even higher than that.
Yeah.
Like senior lead developer.
Yeah.
Very high.
So I'm like, so basically you get a card that says like senior lead developer, like secretary number.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So I just end with giving Forrest a card.